Hey everybody, it's the coach. You're tuned in to Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Sacramento Condors and the Dublin Shamrocks. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Sunday Night Football. And on the call, as always, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Sacramento Condors and the Dublin Shamrocks. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at these Dubliners entering play here. They come in on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visitors from Sacramento, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year, but when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Back to throw now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, a 22. This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. The touchdown giving them the first quarter lead. Remember, they lost a rough game 2 weeks ago. Then they had to sit through the open week, but a good start here.
And just think about everyone around them, everyone around the organization. When you lose headed into that open week, everyone's cringing because you don't have a chance to get on the horse and ride it again for at least 2 weeks. Well, they were able to take that time, use it constructively, and now they're back in form.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Let's go, Sacramento Condors. Let's go. Good defense.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now
what a takedown for Sacramento.
Can't wait to see what this second down ball is going to look like now.
Man. What a takedown.
Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 9 yards on the pickup, but even after that, they're left with a 3rd and very long. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And here now the offense heading back out there. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. And they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They'll look to throw again. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll get it up the the middle. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. They give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback, his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense in this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And that'll set them back 5. The full start backs them up 5. 1st and 15.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. Matthews. It's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 9, and it's a 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Off the play fake. Matthews. Wide open receiver complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. What?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown. A big play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And his guys have made this a one-score game now. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Oh, well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 1 quarter down. 14-7 is the score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Sacramento football here to begin the second, and they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
I am pissed at how your sports games have been
really
for
good
me.
game for a receiver. So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Hurry up, here we go. 319.
My friend has the same issue.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So a decent game,
Still
but all
first
for
down.
naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Sports games.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, when
Their
you've got
sports
so many
games have
different
done nothing but
responsibilities as
screwed
an
us
offensive
over.
line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And
Let's
he's able to
go.
get it down
That's
to
what
the
I'm talking about. Let's
25-yard
go
line.
Sacramento.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
Can't play Madden and not get screwed. Can't play NHL and not get screwed.
Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying, Fast and Freaky. They got a new football game now called Alex. It's called Alex Football. They got a new football game
On
out.
third down, he'll drop the throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it.
Let's go.
And the
Commodore,
broken
let's
tackle
go.
helps lead to a first down gain.
Condor.
9 yards on the pickup there, and keeps the drive alive.
All right, we're 1 and
This
2. We got to get a
quarterback
W
now
this week.
at 200 yards
lost last
already
week.
in this first half, and he's not
lost
done
in week
yet.
4.
First and 10.
We got to get a W
He'll
this week.
set up to throw.
Got it, right there. Oh,
And he will take this one in for a
That's what I'm talking about,
touchdown.
man. Let's go,
In for the
Sacramento.
score. And his guys find a way
there
to
we
stretch
go.
that
Putting
lead.
it down on
The
Dublin
tight end
Shamrocks
position
in
has always
Ireland.
been dangerous,
Let's go,
especially in the
Sacramento.
red zone, short field. But now even more so, because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to
When
cover
I get
than before.
PS5, I'm not getting EA Sports for a while.
Well, you're probably going to have a lot of different sports games coming out. You're going to have a lot
Extra
of
point
sports,
attempt here still to come.
Even though I know EA Sports, they cover a lot. EA
Point
Sports, they
after,
do
right
cover a lot.
down the middle. And it's now 21-7.
Madden 20, that'll be here. That's going to be EA Sports.
So this drive spans 7
They
plays.
did college football. I thought that was hot from EA Sports, But I think people get tired of the Madden format. Like the Madden football game. I think they want another kind of
The
game.
kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send
And,
this one away.
That's why I created my
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
my international
And no
football
run back
league. I'm
here.
playing
This
with
will be a
different teams,
touchback, and it comes out to
I'm
the
not playing with the
25-yard
normal
line.
teams I play with.
So out now comes the offense back onto the
when
field.
I get Madden
I guess
20,
they have
I'll
to feel a
play
little gratified to at
with
least
the
get on the
up-to-date
board
roster.
last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I
I
wonder
still like
now if
Madden
they're going to
football.
try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace,
still
maybe
like
go 2
it,
minute.
but
Who
I'm going to
knows?
get
See
other
what they
games,
decide to do.
other sports games. I like other sports games. I got more than
And they're
one.
on the ground.
Man, I got
He'll go
2K
down
and
right
NBA
at
Live.
the 30
I
yards.
just want a sports game that won't screw me
5
over.
yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A lot of people I've been hearing, they're not
They'd love
very
to just
happy
strike
with
back
EA
with a touchdown
Sports.
right here, and if it's a long play,
So I
be
noticed
it.
that, you know.
The main goal,
A lot of people are not happy with EA.
run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their ball, settle down.
They trying to
and
come
relax
back,
a little bit
man.
after they just gave up a score.
Damn. They're
It's
trying
a
to come
gain of
back.
11 yards that
They're
time.
trying to
It
come back.
produces a new set
We
of
got to play
downs.
better defense. Got to stop
How
them,
about the
man.
timing on that?
You gotta hold him down to
They
the
were in
field goal.
sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end.
Get him!
Nice complete.
Let's go.
He goes down
Let's go,
hard.
Sacramento. Look at that G, baby. Dublin, they don't want it.
Well, someone's
Look at
been up
this
to the
play.
task so far in this
Let's
game.
go,
They are
Condor.
already up a couple of scores, Brandon. And guess
Yeah.
what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the
Let's put
quarterback.
that
It's been
defense
such
on
an impressive
Dublin.
first half to get that lead.
All right, we're 1-2. We got to get a W this week. Well, we're in week 5. Yeah, we got to get
And they
something.
need to work to at least
We're
get
coming
some
off
of
the
this
bye. We
yardage
gotta get
back
something.
after the sack. 2nd and 19.
All right, 2-minute warning.
2
Okay.
minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth
Okay.
right after this.
All right, we got to hold them
Coming up
down,
at
man.
the half, a
I
reminder
don't
we
want
go
them to
back
get on
to
the board
Orlando
again.
to
They
check
just
in with
broke,
Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first
broke a
half as well as a
touchdown
look
run on
ahead
them.
to what's coming up later this weekend. Back to throw. Matthews.
Wow, we ain't going nowhere.
Is running back.
Ain't
It'll
going
be a
nowhere.
loss of a full 3 yards
Ain't
there. And it
going
also
nowhere.
brings up
That's
third
good
down.
defense. Let's
Well,
go,
no, it goes against the
Sacramento.
instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football,
All right,
don't
3rd
drop
and
it.
22.
Drop it there.
Spread
Yeah,
the
in that
defense out.
situation, dropping it would have been
Let's
better.
spread
End
the
up losing
defense out.
yardage, even though they completed the
All right,
pass.
good
we
as
only
a
got one
sack.
man back there.
How about
We're doing
that?
all of it.
Although they won't get the same credit for
Oh.
it, and it won't help them at
You ain't done
contact.
that this
And
time.
he'll get it up
All
near
right, we
the
call
35,
timeout.
right at the
We're
34
going to try to go
here.
for it again before the half.
Now here's a whistle and a timeout.
We're
It's
trying to
called
blow
by
them
the
out, man. We got to
receiving
get
team
this
here.
W.
As they'll
Stay
head
in
to
the
the
playoff
sideline
run.
and
We got to
talk
get a win this
over
week.
what to do
We have to.
next.
I don't want to fall to 1-3. We can't afford to fall
And a
1-3.
nice job here to down this one right
gotta get
on the
this W.
5-yard line.
Oh, we at the 5. Damn, we're at the 5.
Now this offense about ready to take over again. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
This is a perfect example of what separates the elite quarterbacks. Has his man open, way too anxious, ends up firing it in there with way too much zip on it. The great ones, they know how to relax and put the appropriate velocity on the football.
They'll set up a throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, a 22. They'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Now let's go.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
19.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through And that'll push the lead up to 17. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go! Brad 38!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. From there, we'll make the trip down to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll run it here. Only a couple there, as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go! Brad 38!
Off play action. Matthews. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Now they try the right side here. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down, Matthews. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Matthews. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Holding offense.
Well, they were looking to throw, holding in a big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
To throw on 2nd down, Matthews. Throw right side to Perriman, and it's caught. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. On that quick throw, what do you think? Possibly something they saw at the line to go there?
Possibly in the game plan. And you notice they went with an empty backfield. No backs there to help with pass protection. So you have to have a counter to that because you know they're probably going to bring pressure when they see an empty backfield. So you get rid of the ball quickly. Quick drop, ball's out of the quarterback's hands, keeps it from getting hit, and they get a completion. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Looking to throw. Matthews. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are able to cut into that deficit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
No problem there on the extra point. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And he's proving again why tight ends can be so valuable in this league. He's over 150 yards.
They just continually create mismatches because of their body frame, their athletic ability. You put a little guy on them, a small corner, they can often overpower them. You put a bigger linebacker on them, they'll run by them. You name it, they almost have the last move if this were a chess game. That's why they're so valuable.
All right, here we go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
All right, here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to the Emerald Isle. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the fourth. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever.
Hey, buddy.
There it results in a touchdown.
Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
How are they going to do a booth review on that? How are they going? Come on, that's garbage, man. How are they going? Come on, man. A booth review. It's garbage, man. Dumb. Oh, okay, it's good. All right, good. About to say, that was good.
The game is
go to the
good.
monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for.
All right, we're going 2
and
and 2. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Extra point right down the middle.
Yeah.
And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
We're going 2 and 2, man.
Set now to kick this one away, and
get the
off
dub,
it goes.
back up to 500.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
We're going to be...
Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they still...
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting back,
he will be hit from behind.
Hey, you have FIFA still.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they need it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
No doubt, they have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. That's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put them on the ground.
A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, Oh,
not trying to
it's
lose
going to be
this
tough to
game.
get him down.
Yeah, there was a
We
big
have to
window.
go
They're
through
lucky
and
they
keep
didn't
going
get
in
him
week
down.
6. We're gonna get. We ain't going 1 and 3. They
Do
going 3
you
and
like
2 today.
BBQ?
They going 3 and 2 today.
From the gun on third down. Matthews.
Oh, damn.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Okay.
Pretty heavy traffic over the middle on that one, and somehow he emerged with the football. Way to possess it, despite all the extra contact and people around him.
Shut him down. Shut him down. Shut him down.
On 1st and 10.
Yeah.
Matthews.
Oh.
And a quick throw here, that's complete.
How did he get?
And 15 yards
There's
there on the
no
catch
way
and
in heck
run.
he got that.
As far as tight
No
ends
way,
go, this
he
guy's
got-
not
come
a
on,
speed
man.
burner. He's much more of an inline blocking
That's
type
a
of a
threat.
tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first
was
down.
still-
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. On 1st down, Matthews. In trouble, he's taken down.
Got you. What you want? Let's go,
The amount
Sacramento.
of sacks that they've absorbed in this
Condors,
game is
man.
absolutely
That
extraordinary.
defense.
Let's just face it. This offensive
Yeah,
line
boy.
flat out cannot handle this
Talking
pass
about,
rush.
man. They
It's
ain't
been
going
demonstrated
nowhere.
time and time
Let's
again.
shut 'em down,
Pass
man.
protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second in a bundle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the
All right, we
backfield.
got him at what?
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll
They're
set
going
up
deep.
3rd down.
We got to stop them.
But that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
We'll
And
get
not
this
going to
done.
give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Getting this win on the road.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Matthews. That's to
All right,
his
let's go.
running back.
Do you
Complete.
have World War
It'll
Z?
be a pickup of only a yard.
I
and
didn't
that'll
get that
bring up
game yet.
4th down.
How was the game?
You got the big lead
I'm looking
defensively.
for it.
Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle.
Baga.
Tackle them after the
I'm looking at
catch,
that
in
Days of
bounds,
Going
keep the
game.
clock running. Just
You
go ahead
know?
and bleed the game out that way.
Yeah, I'm
Time
looking
for a
at that
break.
Days of Going
We'll
joint.
come back to wrap this one up after this.
It's
So
good.
it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. All right, they're going to try and keep
have you
hope
purchased
alive
the
here
game?
on 4th down. They're going
When are you
for it.
getting it?
I don't know. I'm going to assume. I haven't. Oh,
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Oh, no.
That is caught. It's Tanner.
No.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights.
All right, I know what they're going to do. They're going to go for the
Mission
onside kick.
Bailey, we will get him next time.
So that drive
Oh, yeah.
goes 8
They're going to go for the
plays.
onside kick. That was my fault, my defense formation. They got me. Oh, that was a nice play by Devlin. Okay, they're going to go for the onside kick. Of course, we know they're going to do that. So let me see.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a
Okay, they're
chance
gonna
if they
kick
can somehow get this
We
one
should be able to get
back. And this one
Yes!
won't bounce
We
their
got it.
way. It's covered up by the
All right.
hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather
Okay, they
on
still
that
got
one,
3 timeouts.
their
That's all
chances
right.
of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Let's
He's
go.
going to walk one
Oh,
deep
for the
left side
ball.
here.
It's a miracle, baby. Let's go, Sacramento.
Big play there.
Yeah,
With
that's
his
what I'm
second
talking about,
touchdown
boy.
of the
Let's
game,
go.
number 8 on the season.
Ah.
And his guys find a way
Killing
to
him, man.
stretch that
Straight
lead.
bomb. Let's do this.
Well, it'd be real easy easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
No way. No, that was good, yo. They better not call it out. They better not call it out. They better. Oh, they're going to jip me. Well, I got a feeling they're going to burn me. Please, please don't let them burn me. Yes. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, ref. All right.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says
I know it was good. It had to have been good.
Point after,
come on, man.
Down the middle.
The release
and the decision to just kick the extra point.
My quarterback was making money with that throw. It had to be good, man. Had to be good, man. Straight goat status.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down. Looking to throw on second down. Matthews looking left sideline, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Matthews. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Operating from the gun, Matthews. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Throwing on first down, Matthews. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
WWE.
Off play action. Matthews. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. From the gun, Matthews. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on second down, Matthews to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. Guys are throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay,
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted.
Ball start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and
They ain't
goal.
gonna get nothing with a field goal. They ain't nothing with no field goal. They gotta go for it.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the ball alive.
That's what I'm
And this
talking about,
is
man.
incomplete.
Let's go Sacramento.
They
Shut him
can't
down,
hook
man.
up here on the 4th down
Shut him
pass
down,
attempt.
shut him down,
And that'll
shut
be
him
just
down.
about all she wrote for this
Sacramento
one.
goes 2 and
So
2.
they tried to go for it for pride, but
Get
it
this
really
big
wouldn't have
man
mattered.
rolling
This
in
one,
week 5.
it was
That's what
already
I'm talking
determined.
about.
No doubt
Let's go
about it. This one was
Sacramento
over
Condors.
a while ago.
And here now the offense heading back out there. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not
Send a
quitting?
message that you're not quitting. Let your
I'm
team
going
know you're
for
going to
another
battle all
bomb.
the way, and you're always hoping for that
Let's see
ultimate
if I can get
miracle
in
that
21
something will
seconds.
happen. You'll pick up the ball and
Once
score.
again, I'm gonna see
and
if I
you'll
can get
have a
him on
chance
a
one more
bomb.
time and maybe on an onside kick, but
Let's
not
see if we can
likely.
go for 40 points today. Set a record for on road for Sacramento Condors. Let's see. Here we go.
That one looks like
Here we
he'll
go. Here we
throw
go.
here.
Oh,
And it
damn.
goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his
Stop
own
the clock.
3-yard line.
Stop the
And
clock.
for the second down play, we'll
Stop
get a
the
whistle,
clock.
a signal, and a timeout. That'll leave them with just
All right,
one
we got 16
remaining in this
seconds left. Let's
fourth
see if we
quarter
can
of
get this
play.
ball.
Protection's certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to sling this.
Oh, my
This is
God.
taken in. It's complete.
Yeah, let's go.
He's got the lane, and then he
Let's go. That's what I'm
goes.
talking about, man.
And
Touchdown. Break the record.
A big play
Let's go.
there.
Sacramento
96
Condors,
yards.
baby.
And his guys are going to add on to their lead. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
34 to 21. That's how it's going down today.
I struggle with this one. I struggle.
Oh,
The argument, I get it on the other
Got
side is,
him.
hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points from me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Point after try forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Come on, let's go! Red 38! Red 38!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one has gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Sacramento, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And now they'll face the prospect of a long, albeit happy flight across the Atlantic. Meanwhile, for the home team here, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.